Namaskar. I'm not a lawyer. All I am going to talk about today is some common sense. And if you don't agree with me, you can do so by putting in your comment. So, what has been happening in this hijab controversy that has been raging in Karnataka, and then it has now started slowly spreading to other parts of the country. And now we can see that every state election in India is being fought pan India, thanks to social media and the sensationalization of something. We just seem to have this barrage of polarization related stuff which can divide people more than unite people. It's just an election. You like someone, look at their work and then vote for them. Simple, right? Not so. That's what most people want us to believe. So what has been happening in this hijab controversy? First off, last month, at the end of the month, there was a junior college where students who were coming wearing uniform, suddenly 6 students came wearing a hijab. Now, the college administrators stopped them and said that you cannot wear this. But the protest continued. The next day, the boys wore saffron stoles. Oh my goodness, everybody erupted. The minorities were up in arms. Look, we can do these kinds of things. The majority cannot do it. What a bigotry. That's how one thing led to the other. There were saffron stoles, there were blue stoles, there were hijabs galore, and everybody was talking about it. Now, that was, a couple of weeks ago. Now it has snowballed. The case is being heard in the Karnataka High Court. In fact, now it is being heard in front of a full bench. Now, my question is that why did it even come this far? Now, just bear with me while I also tell you what is happening. The latest news is some of the people who are appealing are saying that this case should be adjourned till the 28th of February. And they are saying that this has been way politicized and that this should not be now taken up. So what are the reasons for them saying 28th of February? Let's take a look at what is happening. They've already let the cat out of the bag. They said that this is being politicized. I just want to read you some snippets about how they are saying that this is politicized. Here are some inputs from various politicians. Stressing that a dress code should be followed in Uttar Pradesh, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath said that the country will run by the constitution and not by the Islamic law Sharia. Congress General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra has backed the protesting students in Karnataka, emphasizing that whether it is a bikini, a ghungat, a pair of jeans, or a hijab, it is a woman's right to decide what she wants to wear, and this right is protected by the constitution. Asaduddin Owaisi, Member of Parliament and Chief of the All India Majlis Ittehadul Muslimin, has said a girl wearing hijab will become the prime minister of the country one day. Hey, why not? You've had Muslim presidents, you've had Sikh prime ministers. As long as the people elect her, there is nothing wrong with it. That is what is democracy. That's not the problem here. The problem here is that the people who are now in front of the Karnataka High Court are seeing that the ground is slipping from under their feet. How? Well, whenever you have polarization of vote based on caste or community or religion, you're also going to see a counter polarization. Now, in the state of Uttar Pradesh, 7 rounds of elections are taking place. The first one was the 10th of February. That one appears to have had not much impact, this particular case. But the second round on the 14th looks like this has actually had an impact adversely, or so these people think. Now, there are more rounds. The next few rounds, I'm going to give you the dates, are 20th, 23rd, 27th, and 3rd. So they want it adjourned till 28th of February, which happens to be a Monday. Now, this brings up the larger question. Was there a need for the Karnataka High Court to even take up this case? Because in December 2018, on a very similar issue, the Kerala High Court had ruled that there are 2 rights here, individual's right and institution's rights. And in this particular case, the institution's right, that is a uniform dress code, will trump over the individual's right. Case closed. So this was what should have been cited by the Karnataka High Court, and they should have even dismissed. They should have even not taken this course. Even if this had then gone and landed in the Supreme Court, the Supreme Court would have cited the same Kerala judgment, because they would go through and see the reason for why Karnataka High Court did not entertain this petition. So see, some of these things are these are simple things that often are allowed to blow up out of proportion. So these are simple things. I don't know what was the wisdom that the Karnataka High Court had, because every case before it gets admitted, it comes up in front of a judge. So I don't know, maybe the judge didn't know that it was already ruled by a sister high court, which happens to be Kerala High Court. So why is this happening? So we can't find the answer for this. This is something that the courts have to say. But I'm hoping that this is a lesson that you can only push religion to the front so long. Once people are educated, they can see through this. Now, there's another interesting thing that is going on around the world. And I'm going to talk about this after in another episode, and that concerns the Islamophobia bill that was passed by the Congress in United States. I'll just give you a hint. A few days after that, all TV channels in Pakistan, they were only talking about this Islamophobia bill being passed, and they were celebrating. For what? I don't know, because they are one of the biggest culprits. Their name could be their country could also be added in this list. In fact, they should be added in this list. The majority Sunni is actively persecuting the minorities such as the Shias, the Ahmadiyas, and so on and so forth. So this is another thing that people seem to be confused, that what is their order in the society? You are a human being, then you are the citizen of a certain country, then you live in a certain state, you have a certain mother tongue, you profess a certain religion, and this is the order. You cannot say I'm a Muslim, and therefore if somebody in some country says that this is what happened, that I shall say that that's a victory for me and say, oh this thing. No, you are still where you are. Your problems don't go away. This feel-good factor is just a rush of blood that is going to go down as fast as it goes up. So please, let us move on with our lives. Don't get carried away by listening to something happening somewhere else. How does it impact you? That is something that each and every one of us has to decide. Thanks for watching. Do like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to click on the bell button. That gives you all the notifications. Namaskar.